So I'm doing a little too much right now. Making my flaxseed gel. I don't know if you watched the other video, you see that fewer flax seeds make a lot more gel than you think. And I haven't really heard anybody share that about the recipe. So I use about 1.5 tablespoons per cup. That means that for these 2 cups, I have 3 tablespoons of the seeds, the flax seeds. And I've also, you can see, the last time I also put verbena in them, and that can alternate. Right now, because it's wintertime and I want to reserve all my verbena leaves for tea, or as much as possible, seasonings and tea. So I'm actually using my peppermint. My indoor peppermint leaves don't get really big, so I just cut off a few of the vines and cut them in like 2 to 3 inch pieces, so that the oils can infiltrate the gel that I'm making. Still have this bottle that I'm using to store it. But tell me if you guys know how long before flaxseed gel goes bad. And I'm asking because when I poured what was left in here out and started making some more, it still looked like it might be okay. But I know that some people keep it in the refrigerator, and people talk about it going bad and making more and so forth. So, but there doesn't seem anything about it that would make it go bad to me. Like, it seems like it would have a shelf life of vinegar or something like that. So it'll make it thinner and easier to strain as well when it's time to strain. So, and I'll strain it before it gets too thick, unlike I did last time. Basically, the lessons I learned from the last fail, which wasn't a complete fail, but basically the lessons I learned were, as I presumed, I want to put some smelly good in it. I guess that wasn't a lesson I learned. The lesson, I guess if I want to talk about what I changed from then to now in terms of lessons, I can use a variety of herbs that smell great to scent the flaxseed gel. I learned that it takes much fewer flaxseed than you think to make the gel. I learned to drain it a lot earlier in a stage where it is still slightly thin and hot. Once I make this, like, this is too much for one use, obviously. So I'll make enough to let cool, and then I'll put them in these. This is where I freeze the excess until I'm ready to use it. And then I pour what I'm going to use right now in the bottle. And I keep that bottle in the refrigerator. I store it in the refrigerator once I'm done using it. You can add whatever oil is your choice. I think there's something that messes with the texture if you put the oil in too soon. So I'm going to put the oil in after I strain it. And it has had time to cool a little bit. As mentioned, in terms of lesson learned, I think my biggest lesson was, with it being so thick and so forth, the results I posted were great, but there was some flaking. So I learned that a combination of it being too thick and not having and adding oils to it play a role in how much it does or does not flake. So hopefully there'll be no issues, because other than that, and you could barely see the flaking. It wasn't a lot. I mean, it was quite a bit, but you couldn't see it. It was so it wasn't that it was less flaking, is that the flakes were really minuscule, but that makes for more difficulty in controlling the flaking. So I've strained my flaxseed gel, and I have aloe cubes. These are aloe from the aloe juice that I make. I'm going to put 1 cube of aloe in here while it's still hot. The flax gel just came off the stove. Put an ice cube of a teaspoon of coconut oil. I probably should put a little bit more. Because we don't want that. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm using grapeseed oil right now. There's nothing wrong with olive oil or whatever oil you use. And I use about a teaspoon of that as well. Like I said, right now I'm just showing you the things that I've learned. The adjustments that I've learned to make. Aloe cube is almost melted. I'm mixing until everything that was solidified is now. The aloe cube is gone. So I'm going to put as much as I need in this bottle. And then I'm going to freeze the rest until I'm ready for it. Groovy smooches.